Hey everyone, this is Agatha with 360 Photo Booth Expert. We're going to be going over a Luma booth tutorial. If you have our membership access, this is under Bazaar. Make sure you go under the Bazaar tab and review those 3 videos first. Actually the first 2, which is making your main screen, your photo strip, as well as your video design if you're going to be doing photos, GIFs, videos, and boomerang and all of that. So make sure you watch those videos first. Then we're going to learn how to upload those, which is what we're going to do now. So I'm going to just show you really quickly. I have my main screen here. I have our 4x6, our 2x6 option, as well as our GIF or video. In this case, we're doing video. So I just want to show you before we have these here, the first things that we need to do is hit this, the little send button, go down to save files, and here you can save it into your iClouds or your downloads, whichever you prefer. And then here I could just label it like screen, save. Then I can come over here, do the same thing, hit that little send button, save to files, and then save it into that same folder. And then I could do this one, 4x6, save, do the same thing with a 2x6, save, and the final one, let me just type in video and save. So I'm gonna show you how to do all of them, but obviously when we set up Luma booth, we're only gonna print out one, or if we're gonna email or text one. But I want to show you how to do both. So after you do that, you're gonna go to Luma booth, you're gonna open it up, and you're gonna do new event. The cool thing is after we do this, all you need to do is duplicate each event, and you don't have to change any settings other than changing your photo strip and your main screen. So this one's going to be labeled as, I'll just put Little Pumpkin. And Customiz Settings. So for you to look something different, once you hit Customiz Settings, you're going to be displaying the welcome screen. So I'm not going to use any of this text, so I'm just going to click on it and delete it. Same thing with this, click on it and delete it. Next, we're going to upload our design. So let me click anywhere out of here, click this little red button, click back in here. And then you'll notice down here, you'll see background. Click on background, I'll push that back up, push that keyboard down, click on background, and we're going to select background here. We're going to go to that same folder we saved those images to, and we labeled it screen. There it is. And boom, we're set. That's how simple it is. Now we switch over to the right to print layout right over here. Here's our layout. My layout is not going to look anything like this, so I'm going to delete it. Also, really quickly, you have some presets here. If you're printing, these are the printing standards that you're going to go with. If you're not printing, it really doesn't matter what you select, but I normally stick with the 4x6 or 2x6. So right here I have a blank template of a 4x6. I'm going to click Add Image, go to Downloads, find my 4x6, boom, there it is. Now I'm just going to add my photos 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to do photo. See how it adds number 1? I don't want my photos this way. I want them in the long portrait position, so I'm just going to select this. So now I'm just going to make that a little smaller and put that there. Now I can either do the same thing, hit photo, or I can hit duplicate, move to number 2 over here, and you can do as many as you like, however many fit. So for me, I like to stick with 3. So I'll go 1, 2, and 3. Now, one of the main important things that you need to remember is just because it says photo 111, That means photo 1 will be displayed on every 3 single areas. So what you need to do is select here, select this, photo 2. Then you click here, photo 3, and you're done. So that's how you successfully do a 4x6. If you want to switch to a 2x6, so if you're already done, you're done. So I'm going to just delete this because I'm going to do the 2x6 for those of you that are doing the 2x6. So let's say I'm doing the 2x6. Let's see here. Paper size, custom, and the width is going to be 600. Oops. Okay, and there we go. So that's how I made my custom strip, right? I'm not using the presets, I'm just changing the paper size. I'm going to add image, downloads, 2x6, boom, there it is. Now I'm ready to add my photos. Click here. Remember this orientation, we want it in the upright position because we have an iPad and they are always shooting in the upright positions. Photo 1. Duplicate, move this over. Photo 2. Duplicate. Photo 3. And if you want to add the 4th, you can, or if you just kind of want to spread them out, you're able to do so, or you want to make them bigger, you can do so. Push that back. You can make these bigger if you want. You can like move them aside so that way it kind of has like a different flair to it too. But that's how you completely set up your 2x6. Once you're done, then you move over to capture mode. This allows you to select what features you would like to provide to your photo booth. Photos, GIFs, boomerang, video. So in my case, I'm going to do photos. I'm going to do, I don't really care about GIFs. But if you want to, let's say we're going to do them all, right? We do capture settings to the next way. If you don't want them, you could just uncheck it. So that means that we're just providing photo booth. If you want them all, you can do them. If you just want those, you can do that. So we'll just do it like that. Hit next. This is where you can allow the seconds. So normally I give them like 4 or 5 seconds. So that way they can take their pictures, take a step back, change their props, change your pose and all of that. This is where you're going to add in that image overlay. So remember, as I had mentioned, in each settings, each layout is different. So for GIFs, it's 720 by 960. But because I didn't make one, I'm going to uncheck that because I didn't make one for that. It still gives us the option to upload it there. If you want to, you can just enable it by selecting it and making sure that your GIF overlay is 720 by 960. If you don't know how to make it, please refer to our membership site, refer to the Bazaar section, and you will see how to create a video, GIF, or boomerang video template from there. All right, so we're not going to be doing that for now. If I wanted to include the boomerang and GIF, the cool thing is the boomerang the boomerang / 360 and video are the exact same size, which is the 720 by 1280. So you would come here to image overlay, downloads, find your video, there it is, and open. It will upload it there. Now I'm going to scroll down and add in my image overlay for my video. You can see each one has its own stuff. So we're going to click here, and that's the first thing that we're going to do, is just make sure that our templates are uploaded. Next, you want to make sure that the quality on your video is high. Same thing for your, if you're doing 360s or boomerang, make sure your quality is high. And all the other ones you're okay with. So as long as your settings stay like that, you're good to go. Then you can click here to background removal. If you're doing green screen, this is where you would include that. But for now, we're not doing green screen. That'll be in another video. If we click over to effects, this is where you can enable and disable color filters, giving your customers the option to change filters after they take their pictures. If you don't want to give them that option, you can just turn it off. So we can let them choose, or we can just go through the cycle. So I'll leave that on just so you could see what that looks like. Beauty mode, a lot of people like to have this on because it removes skin blemishes and wrinkles. So this I normally shoot around 7. So I would leave that on. Your customers will appreciate it. Stickers, this is for like digital props. We have props, so I don't really put this on because it takes longer for them to get out of the booth. So I'll leave that off. But the cool thing is, like, after they take a picture, they can grab these and then like put them in front of their eyes. That's what those stickers are. Clicking over here to camera, then you'll see that you have your white balance. You're always going to want to have that white balance on. And just to show you, you can change your temperature depending on where you're at. You could also do manual exposure where you can be in control of your lighting and not everything. So, but typically you're going to want to just leave this on auto so that way it can do its thing. This is another cool thing that you can do on your cameras. If you scroll a little bit more down, you can change your front wide angle to front ultra wide angle. So you could see that I could see myself, or go back to the regular. So this is where you can change to the back one if you're using the back camera. But most of you that are using this as a photo booth, you guys are going to be using the ultra wide if you want to do like super wide shots, or just the regular front wide. Stabilization is always on high, so that way if it's like shaky, it should be okay. I don't like to use this digital zoom just because you lose quality, so just leave that at the lowest possible setting. Then next is print setup. If you are printing, which we're not going to be doing in this video, it'll be in a different video on how to print, but all it is just clicking this, allowing the print button, and then connecting your air print. But for a lot of you, you won't be doing this, so this part you don't have to select anything. Just make sure that those are unchecked. Okay, then we go over to email and SMS. This is where you can type in your information, so we can do like info at 360boothexpert.com. That's if they were to reply to the message when they get their email or text message. If they reply, it's going to go straight to that email. So make sure you put your email there. And this is where you can customize your message. So it'll say, here's your photo. And then for me, I always like to include my website. So that way it's just like a simple click. And if somebody wants to book or see what else we offer, they're able to do so. So I like to always provide that. If you don't have a website, that's totally fine. Put your Instagram, put your booking phone number, anything like that. And what you can do is hit send test, so that way you can see what that looks like. Same thing for text messages. I always like to have wherever I can put my information, I'm gonna do it. All right, and same thing for over here. Paste. And same thing for over here, paste. All right, now that we're done with that, we're going to move over to the right, to the next section. I always do the cloud sharing, just so that way once I'm done, all the pictures upload online, which is nice, so we always leave these on. I leave the QR code for Android users, so that way they'd scan it and they can download their images without compressing the resolution. AirDrop I always leave on, so that way the guests can just like instantly get it once they share it. Timeout screen, that just gives the customer the option to, after they take pictures, they have 30 seconds to share their image. After that, it'll just revert back to the main screen. You have the retake button. I like that because a lot of people are like, oh no, I messed up, like let me do it all over. They can hit retake and then they can start right back over. Then this is a new feature where they give you the WhatsApp option. Again, I'm going to just post our website in there too, so that way everybody has it. So now that's done, we'll go over here to virtual attendant. So if you're not going to be there and you want it to speak, you're able to have it speak like, welcome, start screen, 3, 2, 1, get ready, say cheese. Like, it will say all those things. The reason why I don't ever use this is because I'm usually at an event and it's really loud and you can't even hear it, so it's not even necessary. But if you're at somewhere where it's a little bit quiet, you can easily just turn that on. All right, moving forward, surveys. I'm not going to be using this. This is for like trade shows. You can ask your client like, oh, how old are you? How many parties are you planning this year? Like those are type of things that you would get. And then you can even ask their information, like emails and phone numbers and all that. But for photo booth, we don't typically use this. Disclaimer, it's nice to have, so that way you can use your photos for any type of web publishing, Instagram, website, whatever you like. They'll agree. If they cancel, then it would just cancel their picture and then you can't use it. So you can use that on or off, totally up to you. And then once you're done, you hit launch event. And this looks okay, but I don't like the buttons that are white like that, so I'm just going to click here. Go to welcome screen and go under theme, and you can see secondary color. You can click on this, and now I can say, let's say if I want to go with like gold, but you can see I could change the different colors. So I think it's like a bluish color. It's a little boy. So I'm going to go something like that. Click here on this little, that red arrow, and then launch event. Once I launch the event, I am ready to start taking pictures. So let's say, for instance, this is already launched in my photo booth. 3, 2, 1. Wait for the second. And then the third. So everything's flowing perfectly. Awesome. This is what I was telling you about those filters. You can let your customer choose the filters that they'd like. So I like that one. They'll hit next. And now the photo strip is displayed. They can email, text, Instagram it, or AirDrop. They could also click over here to GIFs. And there's the GIF. They could also click over here to photos. And they say they're like, oh my God, I love number 2. I just want to email myself the big version. They're able to do so. If they don't like it, they can hit retake. But that's the cool thing about this. Let's say if we go X, if I click here, I could always revert back to my GIF and my photo strips if I ever want to go back to it. So that's how you successfully set everything up using our main screens, our photo strips. If I ever want to go back over here and the customer's like, you know what, I just don't like the print layout that small. I want to go bigger. Let's go with the 4x6. So we can go preset, 4x6. I'm going to delete these photos because they're not the arrangement that I want. And we'll start off blank, add image, downloads. I know I'm going fast, but this is something we've already gone over. Add my photo. 1. Duplicate. Make this one a little bit bigger. This one is supposed to be 1. Duplicate, and number 3. And now I can hit here, launch, take another round of photos. 3, 2, 1. And one more. Okay, I'm done with that. And there's my photo strip. I know I need to make an adjustment by bringing this down just a bit so that way it's not covering the way. But once that's set up, I'm just going to hit retake, go back and make my edits right before I launch the event. Oh, and let's do a video so you could see what that template looks like. So it allows you to select a filter. So let's say we want to do that filter. And we're going to do a quick video, 15 seconds. Hey, congratulations. Hope you're having an amazing party. And they can hit stop. And you can adjust that. 15 seconds. Hey, congratulations. Hope you're having an amazing party. They can email, text, WhatsApp, Instagram, all that. Hey. So that's how you successfully do a 4x6, the video template, how to upload your main screen and all of that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. For members, feel free to reach out to me. For people that don't have access to the membership, We have it available on our website at 360 Photo Booth Expert. You guys can purchase to have that additional support or have access to videos like this that are a little bit more in depth with the application. Other than that, that's how you successfully launch Luma Booth with your applications. I normally do a lock so that way nobody can log in. So just make sure you remember that code, because if you don't, then yeah, you have to uninstall and reinstall. So make sure you remember that. Alright guys, hopefully this helped you out. Remember, 360 Photo Booth Expert. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.